In a span of a week, two elite Northeast institutions rocked by horrific acts of gun violence. The first at Brown University, when a gunman walked into a classroom during finals and opened fire, killing two students and hurting 9 more. Then 2 days later, 50 miles away, another shooting that claimed the life of an MIT professor. After a days-long manhunt, authorities found the suspect they believe was behind both of those attacks, 48-year-old former Brown grad student Claudio Manuel Neves Valente. He was found late Thursday night dead by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We do want to bring in Providence City Councilman and Brown alum John Goncalves on this. John, thank you so much for making the time, and I'm sorry for what your community has been through recently.
Thank you, Natasha. Our hearts are heavy.
Yeah.
Two young lives were taken and families were changed forever. And that fear and exhaustion in our community over the last 6 days have placed an extraordinary emotional and psychological strain on our community. And I'm grateful that I'm here.
It's hard to believe that it's only been about a week since this happened. Police are still trying to figure out a motive for this. We have learned that the suspect is a former Brown student himself. Apparently, he was a promising young doctoral student in the physics department before he dropped out. We learned that this shooting happened in a building that he used to study in. Does there need to be more security going forward on campus? I mean, could anything have prevented this?
I think the Brown University folks are looking into every single detail here. There's an extraordinary amount of grief in the community. And while this person responsible has now been found deceased, accountability and beginning the long work of healing is the priority. In Rhode Island, our state motto is hope. And right now, hope means caring for one another and staying grounded in the changes that need to occur. But ultimately, Ella Cook and Mohammed Aziz and Morzakov, they should still be here. And our hearts go out to their families as they grieve.
The mayor of Providence, we know, saying that both the city and the university would benefit from security reviews after this attack. And he says this includes an audit into surveillance assets that might be lacking in the building where this happened. We know Brown has around 1,200 cameras, but that building itself, even though it was pretty freshly renovated, had few, if any. Do you think that reviewing the surveillance in the building and around campus is enough to prevent an attack like this from happening again?
I think so, and I agree with the mayor and his sentiments. An audit certainly needs to happen. Accountability still needs to occur here. And I think all the partners involved need to reassess what needs to be done in the future. And that includes my alma mater, Brown University. These students have to get back onto campus next semester, and ultimately they need to feel safe in the process. I also want to pause and thank John. And John is that unhoused individual, a former Brown University student who confronted the shooter and helped identify him. His actions were brave and selfless. And, the mayor of Providence has written directly to FBI Director Kash Patel asking that the $50,000 reward be awarded to John. He stepped forward when it mattered most, and our city owes him profound gratitude and respect. So
Yeah, you support the $50,000 going straight to that man, is that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we know for days after that shooting, police were releasing that grainy, the blurry photos of the suspect. They were asking for the public's help in IDing him. And these photos and the investigation itself has also been facing some scrutiny online. Let's take a moment. Let's listen to what NewsNation's Leland Vittert had to say after police announced they'd finally found that suspect.
It showed a complete lack of understanding by the mayor, who began with a self-congratulatory curtain call, through the police chief, the attorney general, the governor, the head of the state police, that but for their sloppiness and missteps in the first hours of this investigation, that MIT professor might still be alive.
Wow. So you were just talking about how the case was cracked wide open because of that one man. And until that man came forward, police really seem to have no real leads here. They detained the wrong person at one point. Do you agree with what Leland said? Were there missteps in this investigation?
I think that everything's being reevaluated, but what I would say, being in the room, is that everyone was working tirelessly around the clock. I want to thank the Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the FBI, and our federal partners for their professionalism and discipline under immense pressure. You don't always get it right, and I want to acknowledge their steady leadership and leadership of our mayor and our attorney general. This was coordination at its best.
Was it at its best? Were there no missteps here?
There were missteps, and I think people are taking responsibility for that, certainly. But I think everyone put their best foot forward. We were on a mission, and that mission was very clear. It was to find this person and hold this person accountable. That's what we did. Unfortunately, there were twists and turns in this investigation. And look, nothing can undo the loss, Natasha. But how we move forward also matters. Accountability is something that everyone is still actively seeking, and that means taking responsibility for the mishaps here. But hope's not passive in our state, it's active. We have to make sure that we're not propagating some of this misinformation, and there was a lot of it during the process of this investigation that made it very tricky. But we're choosing unity over fear and over division. And my message to our community and the country is very simple. We grieve together, we heal together, and we're not going to let this violent moment in our history define who we are.
All right, John Goncalves, I appreciate your willingness to come on tonight, and wishing you and your community all the best. Thank you again.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.